Hey guys, yeah, it's Greg Christensen's Grandview Livestock, and we turned these lambs and kids, I don't know, there's 750 or 800 of them in there somewhere, that we've got out here on this bean field that I had cut. And they'll go out here and they'll pick through this residue and start picking those beans up. There's still some grass in the waterways out here. And then we put those feeders out here. We've got the feed mix in there. And so that feed mix has 3 different pellets in it. I think a corn gluten pellet and a DDG pellet and probably a soybean hull pellet. Something like that. And then some cottonseed hulls, and they didn't work in these feeders too bad, any worse than any of the other pellets that we fed, honestly. But we turn them out on here, and really, as you know, they're going to pick some beans up, but they're going to have to work for them, and so we haven't had any trouble having anybody, get loose or eat too much of them. Beans have a lot of fat. They've backed off of the pelleted feed that we're feeding since they've been out here. They're not eating as much of that. But you'll see here, just forage around down in here. It'll take them a while to find beans. They've been out here for a week though, hunting and picking. But quite honestly, there's more beans down in here. These shattered real bad, and so there was more out in here than I thought there would be. Of course, don't see any right there in that place, but and we've drilled this. Well, you can see there's a little cereal rye coming up. It just barely got enough rain to sprout, but they're really not bothering it. There's some beans that you see that they'll be eating on, but they're still out here for them to find. And then we'll go over here and I'll check their grass, see how much they've got that eaten down. They stay on it a lot, but I wouldn't be too worried about them. If you turn that on a bean field, if they've got some other forage around the edge, some waterways, they're gonna get tired of hunting and picking these beans, and then they go there and they'll fill up on forage. So let's go take a look at that. So this is a hay field we cut, I don't know, 30 or 40 bales of hay off of early in the summer. It's grown up a little bit, not like it normally would have. And so they're out here grazing on this. And well, you can't see it for the cattails. There's a pond there, but I'll show you where we've got set up for them to water up here in a minute. Up by the feeders, there's a watering spot. Yeah, they're using some of these cattails for shade down here. It's not all that warm. It's a lot warmer than it's been the last few days. I'd say it's probably 70, maybe 75. And this pond's getting plenty low here. But they got spots they can walk down to it. And you gotta be watching. We haven't had anybody get stuck yet, but they can get stuck in the mud going down to a low pond like this one. A lot of people want to know how we keep them in on a deal like this. Well, there it is, guys. It's a 2-wire electric fence. They don't They don't bother it. They don't get out. The dogs don't get out. It goes around this whole, well, there's probably, counting the waterways and that other field, 95 acres here. So they got plenty of room to roam, and that's, if you're trying to do this in small acreage with a lot of animals, that probably wouldn't hold them. But they've got enough to eat out there, and that's all we've ever had out here. That's kind of nice, you see, like I can just push that wire down like I did here and drive over it with a four-wheeler or something, a pickup, anything. It's just you can make a gate anywhere you want. So we've got a tire tank here. It was put in several years ago. Wanted something a little bit lower for some of those kids, although they're big enough now, they could have probably just drank out of the water, out of the tire tank too. But we come out here and we put this hose on the the valve of that's inside the water tank, inside the tire tank there. It's just a brass valve with a float on it, like pretty common, like you probably pick up at your hardware store. And you can screw a hose on the end of that, and then we run over here to this tank, and it's got a float on it. And we've been putting the apple cider vinegar then in this tank. Now it's hard to know how much they're going to drink, each one of them, and if they're all drinking here. Some of them might be drinking at the pond, but we figure something's better than nothing. We put 48 ounces in there twice a day. I don't know if anybody knows exactly how much they should have of that. I've read different things and all of them are different. So we don't really know how much per head per day maybe they should be getting. But I don't know. They're doing really well. I don't know if that's the reason for it, but I don't want to stop it. And we bought a whole tote of it. You could get it down to around $5 a gallon that way, rather than $20 a gallon at Walmart. It's the unfiltered raw apple cider vinegar. That's what we're using. But honestly, I can't give you any date on it because I don't know what to think. But they are doing better than they've usually done. We've had good weather. And they like this feed, so that's probably part of it. This is a different feed mix than we normally had. Just like a lot of things, you just don't know. Well, yeah, if you can graze a soybean field there, we got this waterway next to it. Hey, I'd say have at it. Yeah, take some pressure off your hay supplies. Yeah, now don't forget to pull your gate back up when you leave, because, well, I don't know if I trust them that far, but they'd probably be a while before they even found it.